It's pretty clear that this person has not written a lot of resumes. Don't tell me you're good at marketing. Show me in your job title section. This resume is quite ugly.
This is Jeff, our hiring manager. He's taking some time out of his busy day to review some actual resumes sent to us by real people.
So this is going to be pretty simple. I'll hand you a resume and tell you what job they're applying for. You have 15 seconds to read it, and then you can tell us about any mistakes you come across. You have to decide if you're swiping left or right on the resume.
Do I first swipe right or left?
No, that's at the end.
Okay, cool.
All right, here's the first resume for an entry-level translator position.
Okay. It's pretty clear that this person has not written a lot of resumes because it's missing some of the key fundamentals. For instance, the education section is listed under their summary of qualifications, so it makes it kind of hard to figure out where they went to school. Your resume is a really good opportunity to showcase some of the skills that you do have, like organization, which is a soft skill, or in this case, language, writing, which is a hard skill. There's no bullet points describing any achievements or anything that would explain to me why this person is particularly suitable for a translation type role. This is an opportunity to flex your writing skills, your language skills. You're applying for a translation type role, and this person missed the mark there. So I would pass on this candidate. Sorry, Namesley.
Here's resume number 2 for a senior executive role.
Okay. Was that 15 seconds? I don't know. It's a pretty long resume. Honestly, for a senior executive role, 3 pages is fine, but even so, those 3 pages should be hyper-focused. And one of the first things I noticed, he talks about the type of business he was working with, which to me is wasted space. And it's not talking about Randall, the applicant. It's talking about the business that he was working in the industry, which can be clarified in a cover letter, can be clarified in the interview. Randall refers to himself as a cultural change agent, which is quite buzzy. If you're going to make kind of a big claim about being a visionary or a change agent or something like this, make sure you have the information to back it up. Yeah, so I mean, those are some nitpicks. This resume is actually not terrible. It's unfocused and wordy, but also there is quantification, which is very important on the first page. I really do think that Randall is a solid candidate, but as a resume expert, I would suggest that he tighten it. Understand that the kind of people who will be reading this don't have time for extraneous information, and you should really focus in on what you're going to accomplish for them. So I'm going to pass Randall's resume and call him in for an interview.
Number 3, senior brand marketing role.
The first thing that really stands out to me is that you can't tell where the work experience is on page 1 because there are no job titles. For a lot of hiring managers, their time is limited, so get to the job titles. On page 2, here we do have job titles. There's no time window. There's only the start date, 2011, 2015. With these dates, it's not clear how much experience Coraline has. Also, the core competencies section, which is essentially a skills section, lists mostly vague or generic skills like marketing. Don't tell me you're good at marketing. Show me in your job title section. So she also has some pretty big claims on this resume. For instance, she claims to have revolutionized the outdoor industry. So we have cultural change agent. And here we have revolutionized the outdoor industry. It's pretty branding adjacent kind of language. Big claims are great, but you need to back them up with numbers, back them up with proof, achievements. And I'm not actually seeing numbers really on this resume, which is concerning for a senior level role. I know it sounds a little harsh, but I am a little nervous about bringing in someone for an interview who calls themselves a creative visionary. So I'm going to pass on this resume.
Now the 4th resume for an event sales manager.
It's pretty tough for me because although this resume is quite ugly, the hiring manager side of me says this person has the right job experience. Their work experience is tied to event sales. They have the exact title. Very clear that there's relevant work experience on this resume. What's not clear is what's going on in those jobs. There's no bullet points. It's just big chunks of text. They have some hard skills listed, which is great, although they've listed some soft skills, which is not as great. Usually you want to prove your soft skills in your resume. in bullet points specifically, and there are no bullet points, which the resume expert in me says I'm not a big fan of that. But even though I don't like how this resume looks, which is pretty easily fixed with a good resume template you can download on the internet, based on their work experience and the fact that they quantify their achievements, I'm going to pass this resume to the interview stage, Edward.
And here's the last one for a digital content writer and editor position.
So full disclosure, this resume has been anonymized, but this was actually a resume that was sent to me for a digital content writer role that we're hiring for in our actual office. And there's some things in this resume that I've not seen. One big one is that in each work experience section, the candidate mentions his reason for leaving that job. And his listed reason for leaving is, I wish to transition to a full-time role in Japan. Apparently in Japan, it's quite normal to list why you left your old role. So this resume is extremely tailored for someone who wants to work in Japan, but our marketing office is based in Taiwan. That immediately, for me, disqualifies him. And, oh yeah, I circled this as well. He listed his education, which is PhD dropout. I understand the temptation of not wanting to have a 3-year gap on your resume, but putting that you dropped out and then having your explanation include a typo, misspelling the word research as a technical editor, is not going to fly. If I'm hiring someone to be a writer or an editor and I see a single typo on a resume, I almost always throw it out. It was a pleasure receiving this resume specifically because of how interesting it was, but unfortunately the typo, the extreme focus on geographically relocating, makes Barry a good candidate for quick rejection. So one thing that's consistent throughout the entry level, the senior level, the executive level is formatting. Definitely an area for everyone to improve a bit. Formatting is important for the applicant tracking system, ATS. You need your resume to be quickly parsable by computers, and you also need your resume to be quickly parsable by readers. If you already have all the content and you just want to copy paste it into a resume template, I would suggest that. We provide downloadable resume templates for free on our website. And we also have a resume builder that helps you build and format a resume automatically. They're pretty easy to use. We have walkthroughs for the whole resume writing process, and I hope that you can avoid having similar issues. So thanks for your time, and peace.